Hello, and welcome to the Raymond Corporation's LinkedIn Live series. I'm your host, John Slavic, Senior Manager of Intelligent Warehouse Solutions at Raymond. We have a great discussion in store for you today about how Raymond Intralogistics Solutions can help you solve some of the challenges facing your operation and your labor force. Our series is interactive, so if anything piques your interest or if you have any questions about what we're discussing, please enter them in the comment box and we'll be able to answer them for you. In today's fast-paced business climate, warehouses and distribution centers are facing a variety of obstacles, from increased SKU count to labor challenges, with every movement and action being critical. Our episode today will focus on how these heightened pressures are driving accelerated technology integrations like operator assist technologies, and how these solutions can increase operator proficiency, efficiency, and even improve employee retention. We've got a lot of great things to discuss today, so I want to welcome my guest, Erica Moyer, iWarehouse Product Manager of RTLS, ObjectSense, and Pick-to-Pallet. Erica, welcome.
Hey, John, thanks for having me.
So Erica, to start, can you tell us about some of the hardships currently facing warehousing operations today?
Sure. So 2020 was pretty unique. The industry saw a large shift within the market that altered long-standing customer behaviors. Industries that typically had seen the majority of their business come through in-person transactions have had to adjust and adapt to increased digital shopping behaviors. So with this shift, we saw, and we continue to see, increased pressure for accelerated delivery times, in some cases the same day, demand for lower delivery costs, increased order accuracy with an increased focus on the quality of goods being delivered. To make this a bit more complex, we're seeing increased SKU counts with high operator turnover, and we're working to attract a smaller labor pool. This is really challenging. To help offset some of these challenges, we've seen a large number of interest in operator assist technologies.
That would make sense. So can you first help us understand what operator assist technologies are?
Sure. So operator assist technologies fall under a much larger umbrella of offerings and encompass a variety of solutions. These solutions can be turnkey, meaning it only requires setup upon delivery, solutions that require software modifications like task packages or WMS updates. They could include infrastructure installation or all of the above. So when we talk about operator assist technologies, I think it's important to note that the operator is to always remain in control of the lift truck. The technology is there to help. It can increase operator confidence and add awareness through truck reactions, audible and or visual cues. At Raymond, we design with the users in mind, so we look at these technologies as layerable solutions that could be added onto the base layer of our trucks. So depending upon the operator skill sets and the facility rules, these technologies can be engaged to fit operator comfort levels. So if we think about end riders or center riders, you could utilize the truck within its standard configuration. The operator is to stand on the truck platform and can engage the truck through the control handle. But with certain assist options, you could introduce jog or coast pro functionality, having the ability to walk next to the truck or allow the truck to coast for a predetermined distance while the operator walks next to the truck. So these types of options are ideal for low-level order picking and can be used really when the pick locations are in close proximity to each other. So in conjunction with this, you could also layer on our Pick-to-Pallet solution. This is an LED light system within the truck forks and is ideal for batch picking applications. And if we wanted to take this to the next level, we could add a telematics solution. And with this, you could add electronic checklists. You could have access restrictions for approved operator badges. And we could also bring in impact detection and so on.
That's really great. And we know today that automation is on the minds of all of our customers. So why are operator assist technologies, such as the ones you've mentioned, why are they seen as an entry point to automation?
This is where scalability is going to become key. So scalability is key, especially when you talk about operator assist technologies, but also prior to even engaging, you want to ensure you have a solid, optimized process prior to investing into a fully automated solution. So with these assist technologies, you can layer or scale up your operation With iWarehouse telematics, you could bring in fleet management. Couple this with a labor management solution, you could then gain a 360 view of your operation. Or we could really bring in a real-time location system. This reinforces facility rules and supports proper lift truck operation within user-defined zones. So assist technologies can help to increase operator proficiency, accuracy, productivity, and in some cases, these technologies can also assist to reduce potential incidences. It could also play a vital role in the optimization process by helping to create efficient labor processes throughout a facility. And later, it could lead you into a fully automated solution.
And I know we're going to dive a little bit deeper into each one of these solutions, but first let's take a look to see if we have any audience questions. Okay. Take a look. All right, so we have a question from Kate. Is it recommended to adopt operator assist technologies before adopting automated solutions?
So that's a good question, and I would say yes. However, every customer application and their automated solution readiness is going to be different. So prior to jumping into automation, it's highly suggested that you optimize your warehouse first and gain an understanding of what assist technologies are available to you and how those technologies could be utilized in order to address your challenges. So for the optimization process, this is something Raymond's Solution and Support Centers, along with our professional service team, can help with, and this is going to involve data collection. So the data collected during this process can reveal inefficiencies to guide future decisions about what solutions to implement to solve existing problems. Data reports can be offered that detail information as to what workers are doing, their productivity, and the age of their equipment, as well as their batteries.
Sure.
They could also project business growth. Telematics and our labor management tools can measure and translate data collected from your warehouse to establish a baseline efficiency. With the baseline established, you can then identify key operating inefficiencies, and this is going to lead into new opportunities for labor and fleet optimization.
That's really great. That's a great question, Kate. Thank you. So, Erica, we've been talking a lot about data, and data is great for managers, but how do these operator assist technologies play a role in improving the employees' daily experiences?
Mm-hmm. So as I noted a little bit earlier, that the operators are always going to remain in control of the trucks, even while utilizing these technologies. The technology is there to help. It's going to increase operator confidence as well as awareness through the truck reactions, through the audible tone or the visual indicators. The technology can also help to streamline the operator process and take out some of that guesswork, whether that's bringing the operator to the correct pick location, providing visual cues within low-level batch picking applications, or creating keep-out zones for height-restricted areas within the warehouse, making it so trucks with certain mass configurations are stopped prior to entering an area with a low clearance. This can also provide increased operator confidence as the system or systems are guiding the operator. The technologies are also seen as a training reinforcement tool. We're reinforcing that proper operator behavior. The added benefit of this is for the managers. This is now going to provide an extra layer of assurance that those proper practices are being followed. So then we can layer on telematics solutions. And this can also provide that increased visibility into where opportunities exist. As an example, technologies like iWarehouse telematics, and we're going to couple that with our real-time location system, provides the tools needed to gather and report that valuable information regarding the operations, providing actionable insight, analysis, and report to help optimize the workforce while keeping trucks and operators in the right place. So scaling solutions can help create an environment of accountability. We can restrict vehicles and or pedestrian access. We can reduce potential damages. And these technologies can also assist in meeting OSHA compliance.
So what I'm hearing is that these technologies are really designed to make the job of the operator easier, right? We're taking a lot of that decision-making process away from them, but I'm also hearing that it helps operators, or managers, I should say, stay in compliance with things like OSHA.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Awesome. So I know now Raymond has recently launched a new version of our RTLS, which is really exciting. So Can you tell us about some of the benefits of the new offering?
Yeah, definitely. So this is our next generation real-time location system. With this, we can reinforce facility rules and we can support that proper lift truck behavior by bringing it to controlled stop within defined zones. So with this, we're going to have geofencing and zoning. That's going to keep your trucks in the right place at the right time. That's where we're going to be able to enforce those facility rules, and we're going to be able to minimize that vehicle and pedestrian interaction. We're going to have forklift tracking. So this is where we're going to know where your trucks are at all times, where they have been, and how those trucks have been utilized. We're also going to have asset tracking, where you can minimize the time wasted searching for misplaced assets. So this system is customizable. So zone types and zone layouts are up to the customer and their desired outcomes. As an example, zones can be created around pedestrian areas or busy intersections. So if a pedestrian steps out of a walkway, that pedestrian can be alerted through their badge if the zone rules are broken. Or zones can be created around facility environments. So we can create keep in or keep out zones to notify operators of height restricted areas, freezer areas, VNAs, and so on. So if an operator does drive their truck into a defined zone and that truck is assigned to that zone, the system will notify the truck operator through audible and visual notifications through the iMonitor, and the truck will also take action based on that zone type. So since the operator is always going to be in control, the operator is going to need to take action in order to clear that zone. So to learn a little bit more about this, let's check out the video.
iWarehouse RTLS is a tracking, locating, and monitoring system that allows you to restrict and control the movements of lift trucks within user-defined zones and track personnel and assets in your warehouse. The system uses a series of stationary mounted anchors and tags mounted to a movable object, such as Raymond forklifts, pedestrians, or other assets, in order to determine the location of an object within a facility. RTLS provides locations within 3 feet based on the object's relative position to the anchors. And it is a flexible and customizable solution tailored to the specific needs and layout of your facility. Enhancing your operation with RTLS provides you with visibility and insight to optimize your processes, reinforce training, reduce operational costs, and deliver a fast ROI. This visibility includes the ability to identify high traffic areas and areas of congestion for enhanced route optimization, summaries of zone violations, and to reinforce operator training. The ability to quickly identify misplaced assets that can lower inventory costs, and the ability to reduce unproductive hours by increasing operating efficiency and accuracy.
That's a great video.
Thanks. With this system, we've had really good and encouraging customer feedback in regards to incident reductions and the fact that they have seen some pretty significant declines. And what I find really exciting about the system is that it's going to continue to evolve and change to address the needs within our very dynamic and ever-changing industry.
Yeah, I know that this is one of the hottest topics that we're talking about today. Many of our customers, they want this type of technology so they have those insights like you mentioned.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have another audience question from Tom, and Tom asks, are Raymond's operator assist technologies available with only certain model trucks? Great question.
It is. So yes, depending on the technology, there will be some model considerations. So we want to make sure that that technology of interest is really going to meet our customer expectations as well as their operational environments. So due to this, we have site surveys that our solution and support centers can work with our customers on. That data that we gather is going to be given back to our application engineers internally, in which they review and determine, is this a good fit and can this meet the customer needs? And in some cases, our AEs will go on site to complete that site validation and to have those further discussions regarding needs, wants, nice to haves. So if a customer is interested in a certain solution, I would say reach out to your local Raymond Solution and Support Center.
Yeah, that's always a great place to start.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more about RTLS. So how does a system like RTLS, how does it reinforce material handling best practices that we see?
Sure. So being the truck OEM, we have a direct link into our truck's vehicle manager. So with this, we now have the ability to reinforce that proper operation throughout a facility by slowing a Raymond lift truck down or bringing it to a controlled stop within the facility defined zones and allowing acceleration once those zones are cleared.
Nice.
So I kind of mentioned this earlier. Facility defined zones are customizable, allowing the customer to design to their unique layout as well as their unique facility rules. Working in conjunction with our telematics solution, this is going to provide an extra layer of operator awareness through the iMonitor banners, as well as the audible tones if zone rules are broken. So with this truck-based information and if zone rules are broken, the truck's XY coordinates are going to be reported back into the iWarehouse gateway, providing operations with increased visibility into truck utilization, process flow, as well as best practices. So with our reporting capabilities, our professional service team now has this bird's eye view of the facility, and they can pinpoint bottlenecks and suggest the rearrangement of traffic patterns. So if an incident occurs, we can identify when and where it occurred and also identify who else was in the area of concern. This could also lead into future training opportunities for the customer.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that. It looks like we do have an audience question from Pete. And his question is, are there limitations for cold storage facilities?
So at this point, well, depending on the technology that we're talking about, I'm assuming it's for RTLS.
Yeah, I believe it's for RTLS, yeah.
Yep. So at this point, yes, there are going to be some limitations for cold storage. So this is something that we're also working to address. We can open up that limitation in order to address the larger available market.
Awesome. Looks like Diane has asked, can we please share a direct link to the video that you just shared? So Erica, do we have that video available for our customers to take a look at?
We do. If you go onto the Raymond website and search RTLS, we have that video loaded there.
Excellent. All right, so stepping away from RTLS for just a moment, let's talk about Raymond's zoning and positioning. So
Sure.
How can operations benefit from ZAP?
Sure. So our zoning and positioning technology is really going to provide a reliable and repeatable forklift operation. So zoning allows facilities to control and restrict truck behavior, such as lift heights and speeds in defined facility areas or parameters, while positioning helps guide the truck to the next pick location through that optimal path, allowing the operator to focus on their surroundings and the task at hand. The operator no longer needs to search for pick locations as the system will automatically bring them there. So this is going to offer higher operator proficiency as they learn the pick process more swiftly. It also minimizes mispicks by automatically taking the operator to that correct location, then providing that increased operator confidence that can then lead to increased operating efficiencies.
Yeah, so I think this is one of those products that helps us get those brand new operators from the door to the floor a lot more efficiently and quickly. So that's great.
Yep.
So earlier we talked a little bit about the challenges that our customers are overcoming right now and the ramifications of the growth of e-commerce. How has this increase in demand affected the order picking process?
So I think, as we all know, we are basically loading up our digital shopping carts with everything from groceries to medicine, toys, and clothing. And we're expecting a fast delivery at a pretty low price point. We don't want to pay for shipping. So due to this increased demand, SKU counts are growing, warehouse inventory is expanding, and this is really resulting in space constraints, picking errors, as well as stocking inefficiencies.
Yeah.
So order picking is already one of the most labor-intensive and costly activities for almost every warehouse. Now, combine those stressors with high employee rollover and a shrinking labor pool. This is a pretty significant strain on any operation. So to address these challenges, it's important to recognize the opportunity for increased picking accuracy and evaluate which operator assist technology best fits the customer need.
So it looks like we have a question again, and this one makes sense based on our time of year, but it says, with peak season rapidly approaching, what operator assist technologies would you recommend to keep up with the holiday rush?
That could be a little difficult to answer. The technology is really going to be dependent upon the application and the customer need.
Sure.
So we also like to take into consideration the customer's threshold for installation and or integration. We do have a really amazing network for a Raymond network of solution support centers that can work with the customer to better understand what they're looking to achieve and suggest the technology options that best fit that need. Our solution support centers can also walk the customer through the setup or the implementation process of that technology.
So yeah, especially with the peak season coming, I know that a lot of our customers might have blackout periods. So we have to be very cognizant of that to be able to work around those for the customers. But our solution and support centers are really good at working with our customers to figure out the best schedule that works for them.
Yeah.
So when earlier mentioned low-level picking. So what kind of operator assist technologies does Raymond offer to assist in the low-level order picking process?
Sure. So one option I'm really fond of is our pick-to-pallet LED light system. So this was designed to help reduce picking errors by utilizing LED light technology within the truck's forks to visually reinforce product placement in batch picking applications. So essentially, we're picking for more than one customer. So while batch picking can provide large efficiency gains, thinking single to double jacks or double jacks to triple, it can also add operator confusion, as now you are picking for more than one customer. So this is really why Pick-to-Pallet was designed, to help eliminate that confusion and streamline that low-level order picking process. Today, our Pick-to-Pallet solution works in tandem with voice-directed systems to help maximize operator productivity by directing the operators where to place the picked product through the visual cues within the truck forks. So these visual cues will either illuminate or turn off when the operator responds to the voice pick system with their verbal responses, enabling efficiency by increasing operator confidence from pick to pick. So I really think in order to understand the solution, you need to see it. So let's check out the Pick-to-Pallet video.
Yeah.
The market is changing, and so is the way you do business. With order picking costs representing up to 55% of total warehousing costs, customers are demanding better order picking product solutions. Solutions that not only boost productivity, but also minimize batch picking errors, where mixing product on customer orders can be costly. Raymond's Pick-to-Pallet option utilizes proven put-to-light technology within the pallet truck forks. These lights act as a beacon, directing selectors to the proper pallet to place product, removing guesswork and minimizing pick errors caused by placing product on the wrong customer pallet. Customers using Pick-to-Pallet report up to a 20% productivity increase and up to a 35% pick error reduction rate versus pallet trucks without pick lights. Here's how it works. Pick-to-Pallet integrates the truck with your existing warehouse management software and voice pick equipment. The warehouse management software sends pick directions to the selector through the voice pick headset, telling them where to go, what product to pick, how many pieces to pick, and on which pallet to place the product. When the selector confirms the pick location by saying check digit, the truck lights turn on under the target pallet position. When the selector confirms the quantity picked and the customer by saying, for example, 2 alpha, and places the product on the pallet, the truck lights turn off. Simple, effective, productive, and durable. Long-lasting LED lights are securely protected by the fork frame with lenses. 2 bolts provide easy access to IP65 water-protected electronics, ensuring long-term, reliable performance. Raymond's new pick-to-pallet LED light system, the ideal solution for reducing picking errors and increasing productivity. Contact your local Raymond Sales and Service Center for more information on how this innovative order picking solution can work for you. Innovation, quality, service. Raymond. Run better, manage smarter.
So, Erica, is that video also available for our customers?
It is. Yep. You can also find that right on our website.
Awesome. So, focusing more on the pick-to-pallet system, can you give us a few examples of how this system can help solve challenges for our customer operations?
Yes. So we developed the pick-to-pallet system based on a customer need, increase picking efficiency, reduce pick errors, and increase operator confidence, again, within batch picking applications. So I think, as we all know, reverse logistics is expensive. The average cost of mispick is $22. So let's pretend a customer picks about 1 million cases per week with a 99% accuracy. 99% sounds really amazing, but that also means that there's about 10,000 weekly mispicks, resulting in 520,000 annual mispicked cases. So that'll bring in $22 per mispick, and that's about $11 million in mispicked costs annually.
Wow.
It's huge. So if our solution could provide a 20% reduction in pick errors, that would be 104,000 cases saved, resulting in $2 million of savings. That's huge.
Yeah, so right there, it kind of pays for itself.
Yeah. So, as we talk about the system, customer improvements are going to vary based on the customer's pick process.
Sure.
And the technology that they're utilizing prior to pick-to-pallet. We have seen an average productivity increase between 8 and 10%, and we've also seen about 20 to 35% reduction in pick errors. So this is a pretty simple concept, but it has tremendous potential associated with it. So, as we talk about high operator turnover, many of our customers are looking at this type of technology also as a training reinforcement tool, because now we're providing those visual cues to the operator of where to place that product when they're picking for multiple customers at a time.
Yeah, again, it seems like such a simple technology to learn. I can absolutely see how operators would be able to pick up on that quickly, get right on the floor, and start picking right away. Nice.
Yeah.
So we do have another question from Kate. Where can I learn more about Raymond Operator Assist Technologies?
Well, something pretty exciting is Raymond has launched a new an interactive landing page highlighting the company's full portfolio on interlogistic offerings and how you can determine which technology is the best fit for your unique application. So you can see it here. So I check it out.
Awesome. All right, so let's look down the road. What can we expect in the future from Raymond and Operator Assist Technologies?
Well, as the industry morphs and changes, so will we. Technology development is always evolving within Raymond.
Sure.
And we will continue to push ourselves to add increased capability, functionality, and truck readiness. I will say we have a lot of very exciting work under development, and we look forward to sharing that with the industry in the future.
We look forward to seeing it. So that's great. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much, Erica, for joining me. You have provided a ton of great insights today. So let's take a moment to recap exactly how next generation technologies can benefit the material handling organizations today. So first, we have the Operator Assist Technologies include a number of different solutions that increase operator proficiency, accuracy, and productivity. These solutions will play a vital role in the optimization process and can even be an entry point for some operations moving into full-blown automation. Mm-hmm. Raymond offers a number of different operator assist technologies that can help material handling organizations remain productive in the face of increased customer demand, including Raymond's next generation RTLS, which reinforces facility rules and supports proper lift truck operation by slowing a Raymond lift truck down or bringing it to a controlled stop within facility defined zones. Raymond's zoning and positioning technology, which ensures a more reliable, repeatable forklift operation by automatically controlling many order picker and turret truck functions. And finally, the pick-to-pallet LED light system is designed to help reduce picking errors by using LED technology to visually reinforce product placement for order fulfillment and batch picking applications. So I want to thank you all for tuning in today and asking such great questions. A special thank you to Erica for taking time to join me today. And just as a reminder, a recorded version of this episode will be available on the Raymond YouTube channel. And you can also view old episodes online at raymondcorp.com/LinkedIn Live. So be sure to be on the lookout for Raymond's next live broadcast in the coming months. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.